Home athletes, happy Friday. Got a workout for you, of course. We're looking at 3 rounds today, relatively quick rounds. Each round consists of a 400-meter run, 30 Russian swings with a single dumbbell, and 15 bent over rows, also with a single dumbbell. So it's a nice combination of cardio, some midline strength, posterior chain focus strength with our swings, right? Working those glutes and hips, low back a little bit. Then our bent over rows is our pulling exercise today, so we're working kind of mid and upper back, excellent for posture. And then if you're interested, you'll see I have a little Tabata plank hold finisher for you there. If you have time, Tabata only takes 4 minutes. I'll go through the explanation of that in just a moment, so a little more midline work. So workout today, it should be relatively quick. Short on the shorter side, 15 minutes or so, tops. Get your 400-meter run measured out. I know you already have, but if you haven't, get it measured out. 200 meters down, 200 meters back. Should take approximately 2 minutes on the runs. Our Russian swings today, so we have 1 dumbbell. And use your best judgment here. I don't know if you have a heavy dumbbell. I don't know if you have a light dumbbell. You might even have a kettlebell. I don't know. But as written, what I'm imagining is you have kind of a medium weight dumbbell like this. You're going to hold it like you're holding 1 bell, so you're kind of holding it vertically. And then we're going to do Russian swings with it today, right? So what we're doing here, we're keeping hips flat on the floor, sending those hips back, right? We do this a lot when we work out. We load the hips, right? We're driving those hips forward, making sure to give those glutes a good squeeze as the hips extend, right? So we're transferring that power. So this motion comes all from the hips, right? Glutes are our big movers here. If you want, so I'm thinking, if you have a dumbbell, which is heavy, you probably just want to go to shoulder level. You might have a dumbbell which isn't so heavy and you feel comfortable going overhead with it. Hey, you go ahead and go American style swings overhead. So it's just a bigger movement, it's more hip drive, and we're going all the way up overhead so the arms are fully extended, right? So feel free to do these if your kettlebell or your dumbbell and or your shoulder mobility allows for it. So either one there is totally fine. Just make sure if you are going overhead that we're keeping that midline nice and tight. It's easy to go overhead. You kind of let those hips come forward and you end up in this bad position right here. So at the top, a couple things, belly tight and squeeze your butt, right? If you squeeze your butt hard here, it generally prevents you from hips coming all the way forward. And then bent over rows. So you're saying this could be a kettlebell, dumbbell, whatever you got. So bent over rows. Kind of a similar idea. We're sending those hips back. We want to start those arms fully extended, right? Kind of heading towards the floor. And we're just going to pull that weight up into the chest, right? You should really feel it kind of mid and upper back here. Squeeze those shoulder blades together at the top. And for this one, if your weight is really light, those 15 reps might feel too easy. You can do one of 2 things. You could do more reps. Maybe you want to do 20. Or 25 right there, so you got to feel like you're doing a little bit more work. Or you can slow the movement down. Add a pause in there at the top. Well, that would be my preference, right? So rather than just going 1, 2, something like that, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 1. So you get a nice pause at the top, so you're getting extra work on all those muscles. So either one of those, totally fine. All right. Well, then real quick, I'll go over the finisher. So Tabata, you need a Tabata timer. Very easy to find one. You probably have one on your phone if you have any kind of stopwatch setup. We use what do we use here at the gym? It's called a Gym Next timer. If you don't have it, you should download it. I think it's free. It's on Google Play Store or whatever. It's called Gym Next timer. Very good timer. It has a Tabata in there. Tabata basically is 8 rounds of 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, right? So you do 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest, 8 times the last 4 minutes. So what I want you to do, if you have time for this, and I would encourage you to do this, is plank hold. So you can go elbows, you can go straight arms, either one is totally fine. I tend to go elbows more. But you basically just hold a simple plank hold for 20 seconds, and then you rest for 10 seconds. 20-second plank, 10 seconds off, right? Very good little finish. Very simple. First, let's get you warmed up. So, warm-up run, 400 meters, nice easy pace, go do it, all right? Pause your video, and you're back, right? You just did your 400-meter run, that was your first one. You'll be doing 3 of those in the workout today, hopefully at a faster pace. And let me get my timer going. We're going to do a couple warm-up movements. These are kind of specific movement drills to help with our running today. We're going to start with the knees to chest. You can stay in one spot for these and move around. I don't mind. What we're doing here is we're keeping the toe pointing up. We're just squeezing that knee in nice and close to the chest, right? So alternate legs, squeeze it in. Squeeze it in nice and tight. Kind of hitting that high hamstring up in here. Loosen it up. Switch it back. Squeeze it in, knees and chest. These are also called knee hugs by some people. All right, toe pointed up, squeeze, squeeze. All these things we're doing today are geared towards loosening up the lower body, more efficient running. What do I got next? This is called, I call this the pigeon walk. I usually walk around it, but you stay in one spot. You know what a pigeon pose is. Basically, we're standing up, getting a nice twist on the hip, right? One leg, other side. I'll wait for the timer here. 3, 2, 1. A little bit of balance work too. I'm very tight on that side. This side's better, right? You're basically just grabbing an ankle, pulling the heel up towards the chest, getting a nice twist. A little stretch on the back side of the hip. That side is embarrassingly tight. You're probably looser than I am. Hopefully you're younger than I am. Keep on going here. We got 10 more seconds here for our pigeon walk. 3, 2, 1. All right, these next ones are called helicopters. It's basically a lunge with a twist, right? So we're going to take a nice big step out like we do with the lunge. We're going to put hands, so opposite hand. So this is my foot out. This hand goes to the ground. And then we twist chest towards the knee that's in the front. Nice big twist. Look at the ceiling. Point at the ceiling. Bring it back down. Switch sides. So left, right? Hand goes down to the ground. And then chest goes towards that front knee. Make sure chest is pointing towards this knee here. Nice big twist. 10 more seconds here, a couple more reps. Look for a nice kind of twist of your spinal column here. And a lunge, obviously. All right, let's go toy soldiers. So let's stand up nice and tall. What we're doing here is just basically pick it up nice and high. Get a nice little loosening of the hamstring here. We can kick to the opposite hand. Kick. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. You heard the beats. Loosen those hands. Just try to, nice high kick in front. Touching opposite hand. Toy soldiers, 20 more seconds. In the workout today, we are looking to push the pace on those 400-meter runs, right? Because it's only 3 rounds. 400 meters isn't too far. So I want you to try to go a little bit faster than you think you actually should. It's good. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to go high knees for 30 seconds, right? Just what it sounds like. We'll pull those knees up nice and high. Staying in one spot. We'll go 30 seconds here. Wait for the beeps. High knees coming up in 3, 2, 1. All right, so stay right here. Knees up in front. And push the pace on the runs. Then ideally we're coming in, we're trying to get a big, relatively unbroken set of swings, whether you're going overhead or rushing. One break would be fine if you need to, but we're looking for big sets on that. And same thing with the rows, you'll be able to go straight through on those. All right, 3, 2, 1. And the last one we do are butt kickers, right? Whenever we do high knees, we always follow up with butt kickers. Similar idea, we're trying to go heels to butt, stay in one spot, and pull those heels up towards your backside. All right? 3, 2, 1. Butt kickers go. Yes, and then hopefully you'll have time for that Tabata plank hold. Tabatas are cool if you've never done it before. You can do it with any single movement. You can do it with push-ups, you can do it with burpees, you can do it with sit-ups, you can do it with air squats. Pretty much any body weight movement works really well with a Tabata. So it's a quick little 4-minute workout. 5 more seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1. You're warmed up. All right, let's get after it, guys. 3 rounds, 400-meter run, 30 dumbbell swings, either Russian style to shoulder level or American style all the way overhead, and 15 bent over rows. Should be a good one. Get to that plank hold if you have time. Morgan out. Talk to you tomorrow.